Good morning, humanity. It's Monday, November 5th, 2018. It's another real Monday, and it's with Bev and Paul. And hi, my name's Paul.
Oh, my name's Bev.
And look how bright it is.
That's a green screen.
That's a green screen without the fancy thing because our dear Bev wore green.
Sorry.
And if you wear green on a green screen, you look like a ghost.
I disappear.
Well, you don't disappear. It sort of looks through. It's really funny. So
I know.
here we are with this nice little studio setup, and we are grateful to be with you today.
Yeah,
Grateful to be with you.
Yes, me too.
So we're going to have fun, as we always have fun. And we have a question today was sent in to us. There's a longer piece of the question, and the essence of it is, can BioTouch bring forth the inner beauty? That's a loaded question.
Man, that's a good one. I like it.
And we just wanted to let you know that we're in the midst of a certification program here at the center.
Yes.
We've been having a really fun time with
great.
the student that we have and all the staff members that have to come every year to one.
Mm-hmm.
But we did want to let you know certification doesn't require you come into Tucson. You can become a certified practitioner and represent the organization and teach BioTouch anywhere in the world because we have online training.
We do. We have a great course, really, don't we?
Yeah. There's 12 classes. We send it to you. We do some Zoom web conferences with you. We check your points. So it is easy to get certified in practicing BioTouch. So if you want to make this part of your healthcare service to humanity, let us know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love that.
So we just want to go right over the question here. So the question that we posed here was, can BioTouch bring forth inner beauty? And the question that was sent in to us by, as it says, an avid viewer, avid.
How lovely. Yeah.
In a purely physical sense, can BioTouch help to bring our inner beauty outward to the surface, resulting in a noticeable glow, healthier skin, nails, and hair, etc.?
Wow, that's a great,
Let's go into it.
That's a great question.
What is beauty? Yes. So what we want to do, we found the perfect thing in our preface, in our manual. So we want to just read that to you here, and we'll move right into it.
Okay. And it says, any aspect of the body, when out of harmony, manifests a characteristic disorder, which in turn involves other parts of the body that are dependent on its proper functioning. Thus arises the need for a system that addresses the body and possesses the capacity to encourage it toward healing itself and restoring harmony. This is the purpose of the procedures presented in this manual. And I think, at least in my understanding and what I've read, harmony, as we speak about in our manual, is synonymous with beauty.
Yes.
BioTouch brings the body back into its own rhythm, harmony, ultimate beauty. So you and I were having a discussion about what is beauty.
Yeah, that's a big question.
That's a great word.
We all have this concept. If you open up all these magazines, oh, this is beautiful, and we have the beautiful men and the beautiful women. That's not what we're talking about.
No.
Each of us have this inner beauty, and it manifests. That's why we have so many different kinds of bodies. Doesn't matter the weight, the shape, the eyes. But we do see that changes, people who get BioTouch on a consistent basis, things start to manifest themselves where fingers will become longer. They'll stand differently. I mean, you were talking about Bruce Lipton tells us about how this transformation takes place.
Oh, yeah. I got to say right now, he's kind of my hero. I think he's a pioneer because Dr. Bruce Lipton, is a cellular biologist. Now, he was trained very scientific. He's got that kind of a mind. But he did a research project at Stanford years ago. And I'm not sure what the purpose of it was, but what he discovered is that within the cells or atoms in our body, each one possesses a level of intelligence, which is kind of an old concept, let me just tell you. But what really got to me was that through that, he discovered that we have the capacity, the ability, the power to change the story in our cells, in our DNA. And guess what? He says the way that that happens is through love. You change the story in your cells, those beautiful little atoms that make up your body. You can change the DNA story in love. And of course, immediately when I read that, I'm like, oh my God, that's what BioTouch is here to do.
BioTouch, we always say, is an application of love. It's a way to put that into action. We have the song that Horace Barnes wrote. We'll play that at the end. And that's what happens is you consistently get that touch. The body starts to reorganize, is a good word.
It responds to love, doesn't it?
And things start to reorganize. I remember once reading a scientific paper too about that all these little cells, they actually all had gray matter, the same gray matter as in the brain.
I know.
So there's some communication network going on here. And I think we just haven't let it do its job. That's Anita Moorjani's situation too. And I just read another post from a woman on a feed in a group where like Anita Moorjani had stage 4 cancer and she died. This other woman had this disease that was debilitating, and both of them talked about what brought them back to perfect health. We're talking about going from stage 4 cancer to every organ working perfectly, no cancer, and this woman had no symptoms of her disease, the other woman. They all both talk about love. That they just had to start beginning to love themselves.
Yeah, right. So, talking about beauty, the question. So, beauty is a natural state. Our natural state is beauty because, like I said, harmony, beauty, love, they're all part of a quality that we all innately possess. So when our body, through something like BioTouch, which communicates, changes the story in our cells and our atoms, when that begins to happen, then how can anything keep that beauty from manifesting?
And it's sort of like we just played with the tape from Lou Epstein. It's about letting ourselves be loved. When we say love yourself, it's a difficult one, to sit around and do a mantra of I love myself, right. I'm beautiful, look in the mirror. That's a difficult thing. But when you let someone else reach out and touch you with something like BioTouch, you are allowing yourself to be loved. Mm-hmm. And when you allow it from a so-called other human being, the power in that is transformative. And like I said, I've seen people who, here we have this perfect picture. There's some happy people.
Oh, they are. Look at those beautiful smiles.
Some of them are recipients, some of them are staff members, but there's a gentleness in their face.
There's a glow.
Yes.
As this
and it's
avid
viewer.
Not
photoshopped.
Right. No. This is the real thing.
And that's what doing BioTouch can be about, even in just the family structure. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to stand on a street corner and do it or open up a center.
Oh my goodness, in the family?
Oh,
let's be beautiful families, because that's what's here at stake, right? Beauty.
And so then the fingers can change because, I've seen rheumatoid arthritis, people whose hands were twisted like this. And a little BioTouch every week, it just sort of blows me away. I can't believe those fingers start to straighten out. Bodies start to straighten out. Now, the other part of that is, as the body transforms into this beautiful specimen of the human race, it's not very comforting sometimes. Don't you have a story?
Right. Well, and I look at your story. Right. Come on.
But now we get your story.
Yeah. Well, okay. So just quickly, I was diagnosed with scoliosis, 10 years ago, whatever. And that was a fearful thing because it's fearful. What? For the rest of my life, I'm going to be dealing with this. Well, I finally let myself be loved by starting to get BioTouch on a regular basis, once a week, within the last 2 years. And I actually said to my practitioner, I wonder what BioTouch has been doing for my spine since I've been getting BioTouch. Well, that question was answered almost immediately because I started having some issues with my back. But I had an aha moment the other day, and I think I shared with you. If this had been a couple years ago, what would have happened was my whole spine would have gone out. I would have had 3 days of not being able to move at all. But guess what? That whole shifting did not happen. I felt discomfort, but I was not immobilized. And the only thing that's changed is getting consistent BioTouch sessions, and I'm convinced that has shifted something. It's changed, how not just my body, but you know my whole concept of my health and my body through that.
And it's sort of like, as I said yesterday, when I looked at your body as you were facing me, there was a shape difference. The hips were different. You noticed how you're even trying to walk differently. How this old habit energy of how you used to walk, how you used to, the feet would go out, or and the way we stand and move, and I notice that every time I get work. The body, it just wants to elongate. It wants to own its space in time. It
Yeah.
wants to say, I am here, I'm okay, I am beautiful. And as I say that, I can see the world as beautiful. It changes our perception of
So
the
true,
world.
Paul.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
People can laugh and be joyous with one another.
Well, it changes the quality of our daily living. Isn't that what? I mean, this is when we become the observers in our lives and of our own lives. It changes, and then we can become true helpmates and servers, and all of us together change the quality of our existence into beauty.
And what a revolution that is. So we have
Oh,
our group page called the BioTouch, the Revolution of Love. That's the revolution that we really feel is needed now. That's why we spend so much time and energy. This is our life. What else do we have to do? And sharing this with people to hopefully create a habit energy of people wanting to reach out and touch one another.
yeah.
Just lightly. And the dialogue will change. It will change individually in our own selves. It will change between one another, which then changes the social body.
Yes.
So all these bodies can change.
It starts rippling.
Yes.
It does.
So this is powerful. We're not messing around here, folks.
No. It's perfect timing.
Yes.
I think that's one of the reasons why we are so adamant about doing these shows every week and saying the same things. We mean what we say. BioTouch is a gift.
Yes. And the idea also with this change is sometimes we become afraid. When my back hurts, I'm afraid. It's like, oh my God, or I'll do something. We just heard from one of our dear friends. Every time she was always moving this table the same way, and all of a sudden the table, her back popped. There was a change happening. Her whole life is changing, and then she started to get BioTouch from her husband, and added that to part of her. She still did the physical therapy. She's still doing a lot of fear. Did the MRIs. Did everything in the standard care, and did the BioTouch. You add it to it. Do you need to know which one's taking care of the change? It doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter at all. But the change was happening for that person, and the change that this avid viewer asked us about. The body just lets all that beauty that's just been waiting and waiting. I mean, it's like we're born with it. It's like you always look at the baby. Oh, you're so cute if you like babies.
I know.
But there's that innocence, that angelic nature of they just came here on this planet and they're like, oh wow, and then it's squashed. It's beaten out of us. It's pushed down. So of course our body starts going like this. And when you let someone just come out and do that greeting point to you, it can start to inhale strength.
And what we've said is BioTouch helps us remember that we are beautiful. That's our true essence, is just beauty and love. And it can qualify our whole experience here if we let it, if we touch.
So if you're out there listening, you can jot us down a little note. Has BioTouch changed your life at all? We do see Julie's here and Anna's here. Anna, I was just thinking about you today.
Yeah. Hi.
So we're going to teach. We want to teach it. If we don't teach it, then you can't use it.
Right.
So here we are. We're going to teach you the heart set today. Here's from our manual, and here's the set of points.
This set of points may be used for conditions relating to the heart, veins, blood pressure, and circulation. To perform this set, first find hold point X, which is on the breastbone, directly between where the nipples would be on a youth. Another way to find X is by measuring 1/3 of the way up the breastbone from greeting point 1. To address the well-being of the heart, hold X and with the other hand touch points 1 and 2. These points may be found by imagining a line running from the notch at the top of the breastbone to a place on the left breast where the nipple would be on a youth. Divide this diagonal line into thirds. Point 1 is at the top of the first third. Point 2 is at the top of the second third. Veins, blood pressure, and circulation may be addressed by touching point 3 in addition to points 1 and 2. Point 3 is at the soft indentation just above the collarbone, above and to the left of the notch at the top of the breastbone. It is the same as point 1 in step 1 of the metabolism set. Remember to hold each point for at least 6 to 8 seconds.
Wonderful father-daughter team.
I know. Sweet.
Putting love into action.
Yeah.
So it's just that simple, folks. And you can go to justtouch.com. You can just click on the link to send us. We can send you the first 10 pages of the manual, which will teach you the greeting, give you a sense of whether or not you want to go further with it. But we can only encourage you.
Right.
Just try it. Just put your fingers out and just start reaching out and touching somebody lightly.
Yeah. I know.
So we did another Mondays with Bev and Paul, didn't we?
Wow. That was quick.
We're excited. So send us your questions. We love talking. It gives us
I know. It gets our little minds going too, right? Yeah.
And just a reminder, we don't have a workshop this month, but we will see you in December for gout. We're going to talk about gout.
Yeah.
And thank you, Bev. I appreciate it.
Paul.
And we're going to end with our little song about putting love into action. And we want to thank Horace Barnes for this song. And we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week, everyone.